Hello and welcome to another Nikke video. Sensor Tower has released the mobile sales data for the month of July, and I'm going to discuss it. Please leave a like and a sub, and I hope you enjoy the video. So yes, finally Sensor Tower has released their monthly sales data for this month. I mean, not for this month, but the month of July. And also, before I actually talk about the sales numbers here, I just want to make a brief mention about the numbers for the China numbers. Just in case you guys don't know pretty much how the website works, it gives a guess of what the sales for that region is. You know, I could put any number here. I'll put 5x here, for example. You see in the numbers 5x. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at the default of 1.75 since that's what the website has. But obviously, since this is a Nikke video, let me just go first to the Nikke part here, which we look at the Nikke sales. You're looking at the previous month was 11 million and now it's 60 million. And obviously, there's a lot of stuff happening in this month. Summer Rosanna, Summer Sakura, and all of that. There was a premium passes, for example. There was a one with Maiden, with Guilty. There's costume gacha also with Viper. We also had the mask as well. There's a bunch of other stuff that happened in Nikke. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. First, let me just go in and talk about all of the revenue here, since there's a lot of gachas here. Which first off, right here, for pretty much Zenless Zone Zero, that barely came out, and they're making a lot of money. Yeah, I played it recently, and I enjoyed it. I mean, unfortunately, I just wish the gameplay was a little bit more to my liking, but it has a lot of style. So yeah, I can see why that a lot of people like it, or maybe they just like the shark girl a lot. I don't know. Love and Deep Space doing really good as well. Not only that, we do have the DBZ Dokkan Battle here doing extremely well. Wow, 4 million and 23 million. I'm not sure what came out there. Maybe they had a collab or something. That's a significant increase there. Monster Strike going from 17 to 23 million, also really good as well. Honkai Star Rail, yeah, went pretty low, 35 to 21, but they're still doing really well there. Genshin Impact as well for global here, went from 29 to 18 million. Yeah, it took a beating there too as well. You already said Nikke. Dragon Ball Legends pretty much still staying the same there at 15 million. Wuthering Waves took a significant beating too, 27 million to 13 million there too. Idol Master just dipping a little bit low, 15 to 12 million. The Horse Girl racing thing went to 13 to 12 million, which I think that's going to global soon too, I believe. So I wonder how the number's going to do after that. So Leveling took a little beating there too, 19 to 11 million. For the Japan Dokkan Battle going just a little bit higher, basically double the revenue from 5 to 10. FGO did significantly good here, 2.8 to 10 million. The Japanese went a little bit low, 11 to 9. Blue Archive went to 4 to 9 million. Right now they're having their pool fest, so I can see why a lot of people would want to spend a lot during this time. Puzzle and Dragon going, wow, significantly low there, 17 to 9 million. You know, a lot of these other region, FGO, Light and Night, and Snowbreaker here doing pretty good. I mean, most of the FGO and Snowbreaker, unfortunately, Light and Night took a beating there, 16.5 to 8.2. Summoner War going a little bit low, 10 to 7. Epic 7 did really well, 2.9 to 7 million there. Hatsune and Miku, their colorful stage, going up just a million, 5 to 6. Heaven Burns Reds pretty much staying the same. Love and Deep Space Global did really well, 1.9 to 5 million. Sunblum Stars, 3.9 to 5 million there. We have Fire Emblem Heroes pretty much staying the same. One Piece Bounty Rush going a little low, 4.7 to 3.4. Blue Archive Global here going to 2.7 to 3 million there. Just a little small increase. That's still good. Cookie Run going a little bit low, 4 to 3 million there. Jujutsu Kaisen, wow, took a big beating, 9 million and 2.5. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Blue Lock Project increased just a small amount, 2.4 to 2.5 there. 7 Deadly Sins, you know, pretty much going in half there, 4 to 2 million. FK Arena pretty much stayed the same. Brown Dust 2 took a little beating there, pretty much took about half, 3 million to 1.8. Princess Connect pretty much went a little bit higher, 1.2 to 1.8 million there. Keep going down for Arc Knights, 1.8 to 1.6. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis staying the same, and also Love and Deep Space for Japan staying the same. Bleach 800,000 and 1.4, and Snowbreakers 700,000 and 1.4. So that's pretty good. They got double the revenue there. Let me keep going down. We're a lot of here, unfortunately, kept going down. One Piece Bounty Rush for global, 1.5 to 1.3. The Treasure Cruise there, 2.5 to 1.3. Pokemon Masters go down a little bit, 1.7 to 1.2. And the Idol Master Cinderella going from 1.6 to 1.2 there. Azure Lane also going a little bit low, 1.5 to 1.1. Let me keep going down a little bit more. Arc Knights going down a little bit. Azure Lane 2, 1.7 to 900,000 there. Let me just keep going down here to Final Fantasy War the Vision, staying a little bit up. Dislight there going a little bit up, 700,000, 900,000. Break My Case, 1 million to 800,000 there. Battle Cats going down a little bit too, 900,000, 800,000. Final Fantasy Ever Crisis on global, they're staying the same, 100,000. Astro Knights of Veda also staying the same. Well, actually a little bit higher. Just a little bit, but still pretty good. Octopath Traveler staying the same. Also Dolphin Wave and Idly Pride also all staying the same there. Black Clover going a little bit low, 1 million to 600,000 there. Limbus Company going to 400,000, 100,000. And I think there's like a bunch of controversy happening, I think, with Limbus Company. I think something to do like they're being sued by the artists or something. I don't know. There's just something always happens with Limbus Company. I don't know why. They're like some curse. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius going 600,000, 500,000. Grand Summoners going a little bit significant higher, 190,000 to 500,000 there. Eversoul's going a little bit higher as well, 304,000. Honkai Impact, the Global, 500,000 to 400,000 there. Path to Nowhere staying the same. Reverse 1999 Global, 700,000 to 400,000. Everstole Japan going down a little bit, 500,000 to 300,000. Punish Grey Raven, 290 to 300,000. Just a little small increase. We'll go a little bit more down for Octopath Traveler here, 190,000 to 200,000. Devil May Cry here, 300,000 to 200,000. And yeah, just a little bit go, just a little small dips from here on out, like Reverse 1999 Japan, Tower of Fantasy, Punish Grey Raven, and Emblem Stars Counterside. Yeah, everything just going down just a little bit, not that much. Even Persona 5, the Phantom X there for Korea. Let me keep going down here. FK Arena, 200,000 to 106,000. Guardian Tales going up a little bit, just 130 to 150. And let me just keep going down. See, I'll just keep, just go down here. Since a lot of them are just like little small adjustments, just by like a few tens of thousands or maybe hundreds of thousands. Yeah, at this point, it's not too much of a difference. At least, some increase. Even the red numbers, I mean, unless you're legendary Legend Clover here, you see 90,000 to 30,000, you lost 2/3 of the revenue there. But yeah, most of it's not too much of an increase or decrease. And obviously, Magia record here pretty much bit the dust. And yeah, I just want to go and just mention these, honorable mention here, since there's a lot of gachas that have come out. There's a lot of new stuff, a lot of controversies. I see most of it here as being an increase. I mean, most of the decreases that we have seen are mostly like towards like a very small decrease, but a majority of the increased numbers are in green. So overall, I would say for this whole month, it would be in the green. And yeah, since this is obviously a Nikke video, I just want to go and just mention all these other ones here. But since I already have all the Excel spreadsheets already set up for you guys, let's just go ahead and look at it now. All right, and here it is. So this is the last 4 months of the sales data here. And if you look a little bit to the right, that is pretty much how it's currently looking for the last 4 months. Since I want to show you the lifetime sales data in a moment, but yeah, it's actually Nikke is doing really good. If we actually looked at the list we just saw right now, yeah, a lot of gachas, aren't getting that much, or even if they're losing, it's not that much. So yeah, Nikke has been doing extremely well sales wise, even though it is a low amount compared to how it originally was like in the first few months, which I'll show you in a moment. But yeah, Nikke is still doing really good. And also as well right here for the month of July, yeah, we actually did have a lot of stuff for the month of July. We did have both basically the summer event going on right now with Sakura and also with Rosanna. All of that as well, we happen to finally have Ayn being released from NPC jail. Yeah, she's been in NPC jail for a long time, and hopefully we get Zwei coming in soon too. But all of that as well, I mean, if we look at the previous months too, I mean, we had both of the bunny girls there. We had a Soda Bunny and also Alice Bunny there, which, they're both really, really good for the previous month of June. Obviously, as well for the June, I mean, it didn't do that well, compared to the previous month. Also forgot to mention too, for the month of July, we also had a few other costumes that weren't here as well, which we had, we basically had Masked. We had basically a special pass for Masked. We had one for Guilty. We also had one for Maiden 2 there for the mission pass. We also had a costume gacha for Viper as well. So I could see why the numbers increased too. We had a lot of nice outfits. I mean, yeah, some people bought it, some people didn't. We did happen to get that free one for Anchor as well, absolutely for free. But yeah, right now, yeah, Nikke did really well for the month of July here. I mean, obviously June is lacking, but yeah, July did really, really well. And yeah, not only that as well, we have a few other events coming up to the game too. All right, let me just go ahead and show you the lifetime sales of the game so far. And here it is. So yeah, here's for the entire history of the Nikke sales data here, where pretty much the game did start here in November of 2022. Yes, it's already been such a long time already. But let me just go and explain how this, basically all the stuff that happened in the graph. And obviously right here, this is when the game came out. It wasn't here until January. This is when actually Modernia first came out right at this moment. It happened to go a little bit down. And actually in February, this is when the Chainsaw Man collab came out. And all of that as well, there's another thing too that came out is the PC version. So yeah, throughout from pretty much November until February, that's pretty much was 100% true in terms of the sales. But yeah, but it wasn't until February when the PC sales data, when the PC version came out. So unfortunately, the sales data aren't 100% true. So obviously, there's other revenues that that Nikke gets. It just unfortunately, Shipped Up has not released that data in any way, shape, or form, unless it's like huge milestones. That's the only time they ever release that sales data. So we're just gonna have to wait until Shipped Up releases it, or another entity happens to release that information. But yeah, just want you to know that pretty much from February, yeah, all this is pretty much, we're not 100% true. But let me just go to keep going down. It wasn't here until April. This is when Dorothy came out and all that as well. This is when the half anniversary appeared as well. So I think we had Dorothy and Alice appearing here. And then afterwards, it happened to keep going down. Fortunately, even the bunny girls, Noir and Blanc, could not stop the tumbling here. It kept going down. It wasn't until July here that it came out. This is when all the summer units started coming out here. This is when Summer Anise and Summer Helm came out, which actually boosted up the sales there. And it wasn't until September when the collab came out. So yeah, this was the 2B and A2, two very good units happened to come out. And all of that, it was a very wonderful collab in the game. So yeah, this is when this came out. And then it went down, it dipped a little bit low, and then it went another huge event here, which is going to be the 1-year anniversary. Yeah, this was actually in November, and this is actually where we got Red Hood. Yeah, this is when Red Hood finally came out, and we also got the free unit of Small White. This is where she happened to come out. It dipped a little bit low, and then it went up a little bit higher thanks to Scarbs. So we had Scarbs and also the rerun of Modernia coming out during this time as well. And then yeah, then after that, it dipped a little bit low, and not only that as well, we actually did happen to have a collab for ReZero around this time too. So that increased it just a little bit, not too much. Yeah, since a lot of people, say they liked it, they didn't like it. I don't know. I enjoyed it. But yeah, we had the collab for ReZero at this time and all that as well. We did happen to have another half anniversary around April here. So the April was the collab, was the 1.5 year anniversary, and actually crown, and we got the free Kilo and also a rerun of Re there you could have got for free during that time. Yeah, and then going there, and then we actually finally had the bunnies going on there. So we had like Bunny Soda, and then eventually Bunny Alice also happening as well. It dipped a little bit low, and now it's raising up again, thanks to the new units there for the summer units and also for Ein as well. Yeah, so that's pretty much how this basically the little timeline of this sales data was. Let me go and show you all the Nikke data here, which is right over here. And yeah, this is going to show how pretty much all the banners were, what banners were there, the timing of the banners, what mission pass were there, which actually have to expand this video. I have to actually expand about the special passes too, since they're not here as well. It's going to show all the monthly, how monthly sales data there. All that too, if you look a little bit to the right, this is the last 6 months of the data. Pretty much the sales data here. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad compared to pretty much the full lifetime sales, because pretty much the first month of the game, really shows just how much people really love Nikke when it first came out. And all that as well. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. If you look a little bit to the right hand side, you're gonna see what events actually happened during the last month, which pretty much we had a little bit. We basically finished up Claymore, which is starting Clay there. We actually had the summer event going here with Beautiful Shot there. We have currently Juvenile Days going right now, and only that as well, we had basically the little tiny collab, which is the Nikke X Dave the Diver there, and we even had the little tiny mini game for Aegis the Diver in there too. Yeah, I know sometimes people forget what events actually happen in the game, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, these are all the main events that happened during that time. Yeah, obviously there's more events going on right now, but yeah, let me go ahead and just show you here a few things, which I already mentioned earlier right here in February. You see, this is where the Chainsaw Man collab happened to come out. And that this is when finally the sales data unfortunately wasn't 100% true as soon as February here rolled out. Not only that as well, let me go ahead and just scroll a little bit more down to show you the other collabs here too, which is going to be the Nier banner here too. This was back in September. Yeah, this did significantly better than Chainsaw Man. I mean, the Nier was 32 million and the Chainsaw Man was 28 million there, so it did even better. And let me go ahead and just show you as well for the ReZero, which is right over here, which is going to be over here in March. And yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I mean, if you want to count them both, you can. But yeah, unfortunately, it just, yeah, ReZero did not do that good compared to the Nier or even the Chainsaw Man collab there. And yes, let me just go ahead and keep scrolling down here, which obviously you already know that Rosanna and Ein are going to be, rolling over to the next month. That's why some of these units, you're going to see them twice here. And that's the reason why, like, for example, Crown, she rolls over from April to May. And all that as well. There's like Elig here too, Moran, for example. Yeah, there's a few units you're going to see twice on this list. And that's the reason why, because they roll over to 1 month and the next. All that right here, I just pretty much have, what 6 months you're looking at there. But yeah, this is pretty much the overall data here. I know it's a little bit hard to remember what units came out for 1 month, because there's like so many units that we have in the game now. It's a little hard to remember, what units appeared in 1 month and, what skins were there. And now I'll try to expand this a little bit more so you could actually see a little bit more data. But yeah, this is pretty much it in terms of all the data right now. Yeah, I know in terms of sales, I mean, Nikke has been, hasn't been going that high, especially for the last few months here. So if we look at the last months, it's only pretty much goes 16, 11, 21, 20, 15. And pretty much if we go a little bit higher up here, you start seeing like the 20s and the 30s, see 33, 23, 20, 32, stuff like that. So I know it's been going a little bit down, but Nikke is still doing really good in terms of sale. And also as well, again, I'll mention it again, that pretty much this is only mobile sales data. This isn't showing any other sales data. For example, there's the PC version, which this does not show the PC sales data as all. So Nikke is still doing really good financially. I mean, not only that, they keep pushing more content. There's a lot of more content coming into the game. For example, there's going to be the collab coming soon, which they haven't mentioned what IP is going to be. All they said is going to be a famous and well-known IP, which at first I thought it was going to be Scrublord, but as soon as they said that, I'm like, well, that goes out the window. I mean, Scrublord is really fantastic, but I think it's more infamous than famous right now. Not only that as well, we do have the 2-year anniversary coming up too. I wonder who's going to be there. I mean, especially with the story that just came out. I mean, there's a lot of Nikkes it could possibly be. I mean, I would love if it's Chime. I mean, I think we need Chime in the game now. Also, as well, I know that Shift Up had mentioned they want to move this game to China as well, so we're still waiting for that. I don't know when that's going to happen. I know they happen to mention they want to move the game there too, since currently it's not in China right now. It's only, I believe, in a few other countries, but not in China. I know it's not in China though. So we'll see what happens to the sales figure as soon as that happens out. But yeah, there's a lot of still stuff happening in the game, guys. Yeah, Nikke is still doing fantastic despite all the doom and gloom that some people might mention. But yeah, it's doing really well compared to the other games that we just saw. Any game I think will love our sales data, even at the lowest spot, they would still love the sales data. But yeah, Nikke is still holding strong, and I cannot wait for the future of Nikke. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give me a like and a sub. I would really appreciate it. All right, I'm Scrublord, and I'll see you in the next video.